the slide. The slide is criminal. I don't know if she has a foot injury. If she does, I apologize. I take this comment back. I will accept the slide for your health and well-being. Next out on the red carpet, we have ZEROBASEONE, and blink twice if you need help. Please just blink twice if you need help, and I will be there. Hey guys, it's George. It's that time of year. The end of year show season is here, and today's video is my 2023 Mama Extravaganza. We've got 2 days of red carpets to go through, and then I'm going to be reacting to the performances over on Stacked. If you're unfamiliar with Stacked, they are an emerging social video platform that's taking your viewing experience to a whole new level. They are also the proud sponsor of today's video. Stacked is like throwing the ultimate virtual watch party where communities can watch, react, and comment on videos together. I did this with my Jungkook standing next to you video. I created a watch party and we had an amazing time. Stacked have also just launched a brand new feature, an auto-playing carousel format where essentially Stacked is recommending new content and you can flick through at your own leisure. This is a fantastic way to discover new content and explore new creators. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I'm going to be reacting to the 2023 Mama performances over on Stacked. Yes! Fuck yes! Like the blood-soaked white with all of the fucking stones. But you're gonna ball me on the red carpet, boys! Whee! Oh my god, Sakura, yes, girl! Fuck yes, Vernon! This is exclusive solely to Stacked, so if you want to see my performance reactions, all you need to do is sign up to Stacked. It is completely free. All you need to do is click the link in the description box, plug in your name, your email, and you have full access. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined me over on Stacked. I really appreciate your support, and thank you so much to Stacked for sponsoring today's video. The Mama gave us 2 days of red carpet, so in this video, I'm going to be focusing just on K-pop idols, the groups, the soloists. Otherwise, we would be here all day. All day, I'm not even joking. So many people attended this red carpet. I was going through the looks like, oh my God. Anyway, so we're gonna kick off the video with our trend section. Then we're gonna jump into day 1 best dressed, day 1, day 2 best dressed, day 2, and then we're gonna finish the video off with my worst dressed. Worst dressed. There's only 2, okay? There's only 2. If you wanna guess what they are right now, pause the video, leave me a comment. Shady. No, I'm joking, it's not shady, it's just my opinion. Anyway, the trend section. I spotted one major trend on the Mama red carpet, and that was sequins, embellishment, shine, and that is why I put this shirt on. I wanted to feel included. The use of sequins, embellishment, shine, it came through in a variety of different uses, from jackets to accents to within the fabrics themselves, and it really did look beautiful. Xikers Yi-chan gave us the sequin blazer moment. We saw a lot of sequin and shine coming through on Japanese boy group I. We also saw this heavily on the members of Treasure. They absolutely killed it. Haruto was giving us the full sequin blazer moment. Yoon Jae-hyuk and Soo Jung-won were giving us the accents on their blazers. Jiyoon and Do-young, just the use, the placement, the lightning bolt, like the full sequin moment of the chains. Fuck yes. And then Yoshi on the end in that incredible tweed coat, the metallic fleck coming through in the fabric, that blinged out Chanel brooch. Oh my God. Fuck yes. RIIZE's Sungchan in this Louis Vuitton moment. I gasped when I saw this. And then we have 2 members of Idol giving us sequin. We've got Shuha in the full metallic moment, and then we have Minnie in that beautiful Miu Miu set with just the accent around the hem and the edges. Such a good trend, the way it picks up in the photographs, in the videos. I love it. I was inspired. Another trend I'm picking up on, and this is also a trend I picked up on in my Fashion Week videos, is strong shoulders. We're seeing it on Treasure, JO1, on 17. I love the strong shoulder silhouette, and we're also seeing it a lot in stores, at least I am here in Europe, in Madrid. My day one best dressed, I don't think this will come to a shock to any of you, but Treasure. Treasure slay every single fucking red carpet, but what I love particularly about them at the 2023 Mama is I feel that this is the most cohesive I've ever seen them look. Treasure are always cohesive, but they have their own vibe going on within their looks, whereas here, it really flows and has this continuosity thanks to those sequin textures, the shine, the embellishment, whatever, being used in these different ways. Haruto and Yoon have the heaviest use of sequins. Haruto's jacket has those beautiful strong shoulders and the rest of the jacket is quite a classic shape. I'm so weird today. I'm feeling like slightly congested and under the weather, and it's making just my brain go crazy. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, forgive me now, please. Jiyoon's jacket also has those strong shoulders. We can see that it's a collarless shape, and this is completely covered in sequins. And I like how we're then getting the statement buttons that stand out from that. And then how it's been accessorized with the gold chains. It's such a heavy use of metallic, but where the rest of the outfit is quite classic and pared back, the white shirt, the black tie, the slim cut black trousers, it lets the jacket be the star of the show, and it has to be one of my favorites out of all of the Treasure members. Another favorite, Doyoung. What I love about this is when you look at it and ignore the lightning bolt embellishment, it's quite a pared back classic look. The cut of the blazer, the white shirt just one slightly open, the slim trousers, but by adding that statement lightning bolt in the embellishment at the lapel, it's such a statement. So a simple look with a really strong statement, I fuck with that because it makes it so incredibly wearable. I feel like my ultimate favorite though has to be Yoshi on the far right. This beautiful tweed coat is such a statement in itself, and the sparkle that's been woven into the tweed is so insanely beautiful. Again, the rest of the outfit, very pared back underneath, all black, so you're really getting the shine as the statement. And then how it's been finished with those layered necklaces and then the brooches on the jacket, adding that extra punch of shine. I'm obsessed with this trend. So obsessed. My other best dress from day one has to be Japanese boy group JO1. If you're not familiar with JO1, I must admit I'm not familiar with JO1. They were formed through Produce 101 Japan, and they are an 11-member group. For me, this has to be one of the best looks on the red carpet from day one and day two. I'm so obsessed with this. It's cool, it's contemporary, it's different, and I believe JO1 attended the Mama last year and I really wasn't vibing with their looks. I think there was like all these different tones of grey and it just wasn't pulling together for me. So when they stepped out, I was literally like, fuck yes. I was literally like, ooh, who's this one in the leather trench at the front? I was like, who is this? Within the set of looks, we're getting the strong shoulder trend, we're getting leather, we're getting denim, we're getting tailoring. It all comes together so beautifully and gives such a variety amongst the members, and that's important. There are 11 of them. Can you imagine if they came out and it was just like a repetitive suit? Snooze. This is chic. It's contemporary, it's modern. Like, this is what I want to see on the red carpet at these events. Something, you know, pushing it there, not just another black and white tailored moment. And I love a black and white tailored moment, but this is my third year of doing these end of year shows, the red carpet reviews, and like, I've seen this before. I think for me, what's immediately making specific groups look more contemporary is when they're using wide leg trousers. It just immediately gives it this like cooler, more relaxed vibe in my opinion, and it switches it up from the usual like slim cuts that we see on the red carpet. And we're definitely getting that with JO1. We're getting it in tailoring fabrics, denim, leathers, again, variety. I'm really enjoying the use of denim here. I believe we saw denim on some of the red carpets last season, I can't remember, but I was just kind of like, it's too much, it's not working, all the washes are all over the place. Whereas here, it's very considered, and we're getting the blue washes coming through on Takumi, who is 4 in from the right. Just next to him, you have, I'm gonna fucking butcher this pronunciation, I've been trying off camera for, is it Suya? I'll put the name on screen, please let me know how to pronounce this in the comments. And then we're also getting a slightly darker wash of Jeon on Jeon, who is 5 in from the left. What I'm really fucking with though is how I thought this was a pair of jeans up until I literally just zoomed in a second ago. 3 in from the left, I believe it's Jeon. We're getting these wide leg leather trousers, but then it looks like there's a wash of denim that's been like painted on top of them. I think that's really fucking sick. My standout look though has to be Junkie, who's 7 in from the left. This look, oh my fucking God. The white shirt with that black open knit worn over the top. The Prada tie over the top of the sweater. Like, we're not gonna hide the fact it's a Prada tie, bitch. The wide leg leather trousers, the black coat, the chunky boot. Like, I need this outfit on my body right now. Love this. JO1 pulled it so far back from last season. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm in love with the outfits, of course. Moving on to our main segment of day 1 looks, we've got JustB. I'm not familiar with JustB. They debuted in 2021. The style is nice, it's contemporary, it fits well with the members, all of the pieces fit them really, really well. But we've just seen this so much before. This is what I was talking about earlier, where we just see this kind of vibe repetitively over the past few years on K-pop red carpets, and I do like it. It's chic, it's cool, like I love outfits like this, but I'm just at the point where I'm like, I'm really ready to see something else. Majority of the members are giving us that crop jacket with the slim cut trousers. This is a really flattering silhouette because it elongates the legs. You know, it just works. Do you know? It's a nice set of looks, but I'm not blown away. I would have to say my favorite is on JM, I believe, 2 in from the left. I just like the way this has been styled. The shirt with the open collar, that skinny scarf like flung around the neck, the YSL brooch, like it just is styled slightly differently from the other members, so to me it stands out. Next up we've got Xikers, and I really fuck with the use of gingham in here. When you're far away it looks like grey, obviously white and black squares coming together is going to give you grey. I do wish we had a 3rd member in this grey just to give true balance, because then a 1/3 of the group would be in these grey colours. I'm really vibing with the different use of textures. We're getting the high shine on Hunter, we're getting the velvet on Junmin. Love the way this has been styled with the gingham shirt, the frills around the collar, the statement on brooches has to be one of my favorites. We're then getting the sequins coming through on Ye-chan, you know, our member pulling into that trend. The uses of textures are great, but for me, I feel like the cuts of the tailoring are getting a bit samey and repetitive across the members. I'm seeing a lot of SB2, single-breasted 2-button jackets, and I would like to see more variety, as this is, like a 9-member group. I do really like Yoojun's look, who's 4 in from the right. He's got that choker and the black and white loafer. It just adds a slight difference and a slight feminine touch to his look that I really, really enjoy. Minjae in the middle in the gingham suit. I really like the fact that the cut of the suit is interesting. I feel like when you get tailoring in patterns, in patterned fabric that is, they usually go for a more like pared back simple cut. Not here. We're getting the cropped double-breasted 4-button jacket. We've got the contrast collar, which stands out really nicely against the gingham. And then the trousers look like a nice tapered cut with a pleat detail. I think it's a nice set of looks, but yeah, I'd like to see a few different cuts of jackets and more play with the gingham, because that, in my opinion, is what's bringing most interest to the red carpet. Next up, we've got Lee Young-ji, and I like the dress, I like the styling, but it doesn't look right on the red carpet in my opinion. This looks like more of a dress where you're gonna be going out like on a date for drinks with your friends, like cocktails, that kind of vibe. Like it's not really red carpet, and I fucking hate the boot. I'm really sorry, the boot is criminal. The shape of the boot, the height of the boot, the length of the dress, it just does not work. It looks so off, so off. The dress has really nice details, the long sleeves that are coming down to the knuckles, the thumb holes, it adds this like athleisure kind of vibe to it. I really like the sweep on the shoulder, and then you're getting the break of flesh, and then you're getting the ruche detailing at the bust, at the waist, with those like horseshoe kind of like buckles. It's a really nice dress. Just the boot. Why did we pick this boot? The length of it is just so unflattering with the dress. We did not need to do that. Following Lee Young-ji on the red carpet, we have Anteem, and I'm just gonna be honest, I'm really not feeling this. It's very classic men's evening wear on a really young group. Like, men who are twice the age of the members of Anteem would probably wear these outfits. We've got velvet blazers, jacquard blazers, the white blazers, and they've all been styled in this tux way with the wingtip collar shirts, the bow ties. It's so classic for such a young group. I just don't understand it. I feel like this is my same critique again and again each year when young groups are styled like this. Have some fun with it. Like, you've got your whole fucking life to wear this kind of thing. No. I'm sure this is not how they're styled in their everyday life or in their music videos, so why are we doing this on the red carpet? Like, lean into like the everyday like performance look kind of vibe, but make it red carpet, you know? Not just like classic, but we're 19, 18, 20, like. On the flip side, I do really appreciate how each member has been styled differently, and it's not repetitive like the Xikers lineup. You know, we are getting the velvet jackets, double-breasted, single-breasted. We're getting the jacquards in the different colors. We're getting the turtlenecks, the bow ties, turtlenecks, roll necks, British. The one that I don't understand is Jo falling from the left in the white jacket, just because all the other members are in darker colors. To have him in the white, it really stands out, so I don't understand why they just did one. At least do like one other member to give like more of a balance to it. Moving on to dynamic duo, this is a hip-hop duo who debuted in 2004. I wasn't familiar with them, so you know, I'm just sharing this information in case you're also not familiar with them. I really like this because I feel like without even knowing that they're a hip-hop duo, you could kind of look at the styling here and figure that out for yourself. There's a very relaxed, casual, chic vibe to the tailoring due to the relaxed cuts, the wide legs, the way that they've been styled with the white crew neck jersey t-shirts underneath, the sneakers. I feel like it really plays into their vibe, and that's reflected. Geico's look's been styled with the baseball cap, and when I've seen a few other images of them at red carpets, he always seems to be wearing a hat. I'm assuming it's his thing. I do really enjoy this. I think it's incredibly modern and it's true to their vibe, and I think that's so important when you're attending these red carpet events. Be true to the vibe of your group. Be true to the vibe of yourself. That got deep. Next up, we have another 11-member Japanese boy group. This is I, and they were formed through the second season of Produce 101 Japan. I'm really vibing with this, and I do think it is a lot more contemporary than what we've seen from the K-pop boy groups so far on day one. I'm sorry to say it, but it's through the use of the different textures, the wide leg silhouettes. It's just giving us something that feels more up to date and current, in my opinion. I feel like just by adding these wide leg trousers with the tailored jackets, it just makes it more fashion led, you know? When you go to a shop and you're trying on suits, there is mostly a straight to a slim leg. So sometimes it's nice, but I'm really fucking with these wide leg cuts. It just really changes it up for me. Again, we're getting a really beautiful range of textures, the tailoring fabrics, the velvets, the sequins. There's a fantastic use of sequins within this set. I really love the sequin pinstripe on Shigo, who is 6 in from the left. I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. Please correct me in the comments. I just love how it picks up so subtly on the camera, and pinstripes were a trend in my Fact Music Awards 2023 video, and we're not really seeing it that much here, but the fact we're getting this sequin pinstripe, I love. Love, 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 love. I feel like my standout looks from the set have to be the blazers that have been styled shirtless with the wide leg trousers. I think it just keeps it very youthful and contemporary, and you know, you don't need to do something absolutely fucking wild to give a contemporary look. It's a jacket and a wide leg pair of trousers. It's nothing groundbreaking, but just the silhouettes and the simplicity of it is fresh. Moving on to Kepler, our first and only girl group on the red carpet of Day One Mama. Okay. Kepler for me are hit and miss on the red carpet. They've had some incredibly beautiful moments. Their 2022 Mama look, the white and baby pink, soft, feminine dresses, so beautiful. But then they've also had quite a few misses. So I was so happy to see the set of looks step out. It's so incredibly cohesive. The color palette of white and silver, the use of the feathers and fluff across the lineup. So good. And then the balance is great. Kepler is a 9-member group. We've got 3 members in trousers, and then the other girls are in dresses, and the hemlines are fairly consistent, which gives us a great sense of cohesion. I really love Hikaru's look on the very left. The crop top, the trousers with that button detail going down. I don't know why, but it's just making me think of Britney, and it gives me this like nostalgic late 90s, early 2000s vibe, and I fuck with it. What I'm picking up on is this asymmetric cut on the tops. We're seeing it on Hikaru, Yiso next to her, and then Mashiro on the very right. My only qualm with this set of looks are the shoes. They just look so heavy and clunky with the dresses especially. I feel like we should have gone for like a lighter, slimmer style of shoe, just because it just looks so clunky. But yeah, that's my only critique of Kepler. Moving on to our Mama Day One host, Jeon Somi. She's giving us an Angelina Jolie moment with that leg, the little split, popping the little bit, help me. The little bit of leg popping out of the splits. Thank you, brain. Thank you so much, yeah. I do like this dress, and I do really like how we can see all of those layers of tulle, but I feel like there's too much volume on the top of the dress, and it just could be a bit more flattering if we toned that down. We're really getting to see the texture of tulle on the bust and the waist of the dress, but I feel like you could reduce the volume of this section and still have that texture of tulle, and it would give a more fitted appearance on the top, more snatched at the waist, and then flare out down to the floor. I think that would be so much more flattering on her. For me, the top section of the dress just looks like it's swamping her physique a bit. I do like the styling though. The texture of the tulle is obviously the biggest part of this look. So the very minimal pared back styling, the choker, the updo, like the pointed black shoe, like it just works. Following Somi on the red carpet, we have Enhypen, and you guys, I'm so fucking disappointed with this look. It's probably the most boring red carpet look I've seen Enhypen wear, and this is my 3rd season of doing these reviews, and I remember my first season Enhypen were like my like standout along with Stray Kids, like what they would wear, like it just had like their own unique flair. Was it the Mama back in 2021 when they came out and they had like the pink crystal vest with the really chunky shoes? Like it was just worlds beyond what we're getting here. This is so plain. Like, yes, there are some nice details, it's Prada, but the fact that it's Prada doesn't change the fact that this is boring. Prada has so many amazing pieces. This is what we got. I do like the different texture, collar, and lapel that we're getting on Heesung. The collar detail of Jake and Heesung's shirts are also really cool. And then we're getting that strong shoulder through on Jay, something we've seen at Prada a lot in their recent collections, but it's just boring. It's boring. I'm sorry, it's boring. Enhypen, please step it up, because 2 seasons ago, you were serving looks. This is so unmemorable. I think that's the problem. When it comes to a red carpet, I feel like you want a reaction. You want people either to love it or be like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? I honestly feel like it's worse to be unmemorable. Like, at least I'd happily be in the worst dress because you've given a reaction. If someone's just like, yeah. Moving on to a moment where I was like, fuck yes. We have RIIZE. RIIZE ate this up, and they're clearly wearing Louis Vuitton. We are missing a member. I'm not even gonna go into that, but yes. We are missing a member. If you've not seen my The Fact Music Awards 2023 review, RIIZE were my best dressed male group along with Esper, and they slayed there. This is their second red carpet event. They slayed here. I do kind of feel like Sohee has drawn the short straw compared to his other members in terms of outfits. We'll touch on that, but overall, stunning. I think this is really contemporary from everything. The cuts, the textures, the graphics, the use of grayscale. Each member has their own vibe, but it all comes together so nicely because of that grayscale. Sungchan's double denim look with the crystal Louis Vuitton monogram. I am obsessed. The cut of the double denim pieces, so beautiful. The way it's been styled, very pared down underneath. So it is all about the crystal monogram on the double denim. Wonbin's look, I love this white leather two-piece. I like when you see the pictures where he's just got it like draped across his shoulders. It looks so cool. The lacing detail going down the sleeves, down the front of the pant, into that split over the shoe. It's just, it's so beautiful. Shotaro, I'm fucking with the 2 tones of grey and then the metallic details, the metallic button on the suit and then the metallic wingtips. Do any of you guys remember when wingtips were a huge trend in like 2011, 2012? Like, oh my God, I remember like screwing them onto my white shirts and being like, oh my God, I'm so cool. Like, if the wingtip trend is coming back, I'm actually gonna scream. Probably because of enjoyment, because I love that trend. Yoonsok, this coat, I'm obsessed. The check with the black and white graphic going across the middle, I just think it's a really cool combination, and how all the colors are then pulled together through the black pant, the gray shirt, the metallic wingtips, like... Anton's look, I love the combination of the sporty vibe of the varsity jacket and then the tailored vibe of the wide leg trousers. And then Sohee's look, I feel like they were trying to emulate this sporty tailored vibe of Anton's, but it's just not worked as well for me. The jacket looks like a really practical, like waterproof windbreaker jacket, but then they've put the black leather sleeve on it. And that's just a very strange combination to me. The jacket as well looks like it doesn't fit. It looks like it needs to go down a size, especially when you see like the way the collar's sitting like around the neck, like the fit just isn't right. And then his trousers don't have a good fit either. They look like a very awkward kind of like boot cut trouser. Then with the red shoe, like where does the red like maroony color tie in? I just feel like he's drawn the short straw. His outfit needed more attention. Like all of the other members' outfits are sick, and then his is like meh. So I don't like that. If his outfit absolutely slapped like the other members, they would have been up there in the best dressed. But at the Fact Music Awards, like everyone's look was equal and they all served. When one member's left out of that, I don't enjoy it. It's not cool. Moving on to TXT wearing the Dior Resort 2024 collection. Shock, I don't like it. Shock, I do not like it. I have a problem with the pieces, a problem with the color palette, and I think that's more so down to standing order. The really soft grays on Subin Yeonjun next to Pomgyu Taean in the black is really strong contrast. I feel like if we had Hyunin Kai in the middle, and then Pyeongyu Taeyeon in the black next to him, and then Soobin Yeonjun on the end in the greys, or even swap the other way around, it would have flowed better. But to have like the 2 grey, the 2 black, the white, the standing order does not help with such a strong contrast in the colours. I do really like Pyeonggyu's look. I think it's very chic. The jacket, the shorts, the socks, the shoes. The same with Taeyeon's look. It's a very sleek silhouette. We're getting those wide leg trousers coming through. Soobin's look, it's at least he didn't get the worst look. For me, the problem is Hyunin Kai and Yeonjun's look. What's with this like flappy thing? It's too thick to look like a strap, like falling down, you know, like when people like style dungarees with one strap. It looks like they're trying to do that, but they've made it really thick and it just looks really fucking bizarre. I don't know what's going on. I've not liked the TXT Dior partnership since the beginning. I know a lot of you guys feel the same way as well, so I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on these looks. In no way do I think these are the worst Dior looks we've seen TXT in. I think when they attended the Dior event and they were given like big grandma vibes, that's the worst. They've slowly started to improve, but I missed TXT's looks last season because that, again, was a serve. Our final artists on the red carpet of day 1 are TVXQ, and I do actually quite like this set of looks. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I do appreciate the styling. On Max, we're getting the DB4, we're getting that leather lapel coming through. It makes a nice difference from it being like a classic satin. I don't like ties styled with wingtip collar shirts. I always say this, so you know, I'm just gonna say it again, but I do really like the gold tie because it ties into this kind of ties into this metallic trend that we're seeing. So it switches it up. Imagine if it was with like a plain tie, it'd be boring. So the tie like adds the spice this look needs. Yuno's look, we're getting a completely different cut of jacket. We're getting a shawl lapel, very classic men's evening wear, but again, the leather, nice to see it in the leather instead of that classic satin. And then this is a 2-button. Most of the time when you see a shawl lapel, I feel like it is an SB1 instead of an SB2, so that's also quite a nice difference. His look's also been styled with the wingtip collar shirt, the tie, but I really appreciate the fact that they've given him a pattern tie instead of a metallic tie. Otherwise it'll be like big twinning vibes, and I doubt these grown-ass men would want that. So yeah, nice set of looks, nothing groundbreaking, but I do really like the contemporary touches. Let's jump into day 2 and kick it off with our best dressed. Idol always give me what I want on the red carpet. I love how there is such a strong cohesion between the members, but each member has their own vibe going on, and we don't have a clunky, awkward shoe in sight. Oh my god, I'm fucking with the shoes. Myeon in the Jimmy Choos, favorite pair, like how they really extend the leg. Mwah, this is what I needed. I like how we're getting Myeon, Uki and Shuha in those longer cuts, and then Soyeon and Minnie in those shorter lengths is giving great balance. We're then of course getting that sequin sparkle trend coming through on Shuha and Minnie. I like how Shuha's is a complete metallic moment, the dress with the midriff cut out, and then that ties into Minnie's 2-piece Miu Miu set. We're getting the crops, we're getting that exposed midriff again, tying their 2 looks together, and then we're getting the borders of the embellishment around the hems, around the sleeves of Minnie's set, so it ties those 2 elements together so beautifully. My other best dress from day 2 has to be 17. Oh my god. They all look so handsome. So handsome. I feel like these looks are a lot more classic than what we usually see from 17, but where all of the members are giving us those strong shoulder moments, it really plays in to the trend that's going on at the moment, and these are classic looks, but with that fashion edge. If I'm honest, I don't have a standout, and that's just because Every single member's look is so sleek, it fits them so well. Their stylist has done an incredible job pulling this together. We're getting a variety of cuts, different collars and lapels, different levels thanks to the use of black and white. My only criticism is I wish we had another member on the left-hand side in white just to really add a touch more in there because it would really balance it out, but you know, not always about symmetry. But yeah, that's my only criticism of the set of looks. Like, just the classic tailoring in combination with those really strong shoulders. I live. Sleek. What? Moving into our main section of day 2, first up we have BOYNEXTDOOR, and it's that classic, you know, K-pop red carpet formula. It's nice, but we've seen it before so many times. It's also very similar to what JustB are wearing. You could combine these two groups and it will give you a united front. The looks are that similar. The standout for me has to be RIIZE, 2 in from the left. I love how this crop jacket's been styled. With the wide leg trouser, as I've explained, it just immediately makes it more contemporary in my opinion, and it makes us look stand alone from the other members who are in those slimmer cuts. The jacket as well, the stand collar, the detail of the silver metallic buttons, like it's beautifully done. Even though we've seen it many times before. Next out on the Mama Red carpet, we had RIIZE Up. I had to Google how to pronounce the name of this group because as soon as you put a fucking number in a group name, I don't get it. Like, don't you remember if you watched my Kepler video? I kept calling them Kepwana. Kepwana. Is there some kind of dyslexia here? Possibly at this point. If you don't know who RIIZE 7, let's see, I'm going to do it. If you don't know who RIIZE Up are, they are a 7-member girl group formed through the survival show Queendom Puzzle, and from what I've seen in the comments from you guys, the guys that helped me out with the names, thank you so much, like, mwah, appreciate it so much. From what I saw in the comments from you guys, I believe RIIZE Up are a temporary group. I keep going to say contemporary, for fuck's sake. Yeah, they are a temporary group as each of the members come from their own respective groups. I said that really weird, but we move. This is kind of like what I said earlier on in the video, where if you're on the best dress list, you've made an impact. If you're on the worst dress list, you've made an impact, you've caused a reaction. When you're in the middle, it can be unmemorable, and for me, this is not memorable. It's a set of pretty dresses, but the dresses don't have anything in common with each other. So they might be all black, but that is a lack of cohesion. And I'm not saying each individual member doesn't look good, they do. It just doesn't come together as a group front for me. And maybe because this is, I believe so anyway, a temporary girl group where they all come from their own respective groups, that is the reason behind it. There might be a reason behind why it isn't a cohesive set. Continuing with our girl groups, we've got NiziU, and I feel like this is the female version of Xikers looks, where we're getting the use of gingham coming through, giving us the greys, the blacks. This is more of a grayscale to it because we're getting use of white as well. So I do like the color palette, the way the gingham's been used, and I do think they're cohesive. However, there are some dresses that are great and some dresses that I don't necessarily like. I feel like there's such a split. I feel like members have got dresses that are detailed and intricate, and then we've got members who have dresses that are incredibly simple and plain and boring. So there's a bit of a rift, you know? On Mako, on the very left, is it Macau, Mako? Please let me know. You know, British accent, I see things in strange ways. I like the top half of the dress. I like this folding over detail at the neckline, the panel of black, but the bottom of the dress, it's not really doing anything. I think something more fitted, structured would work better with the top half of the dress. Maya, third in from the left. This is hands down my favorite. The volume around the bust, how it's then snatched in. We get the ruffle skirt, and then these handkerchief hem-like pieces that drape down. And then the shoe adds so much interest to her look, the ribbons wrapping all the way up to the knee. I wish we had another member in a pair of shoes like this just to like balance it out, because she does really stand alone, like easily she's got the best look. But then on the flip side, you've got members in incredibly plain dresses, like Riku stood directly next to her. This is very plain. And then we have other examples of this on the very right-hand side, on Mahi and Nina. They're grey dresses, very plain. Like, I don't understand this rift. The shoes as well, apart from my shoes, just don't work. We're getting so many ankle straps that are cutting the members' legs off at the wrong places. Biggest offender of this, Mayuka's shoes fall in from the right. That really thick black strap going around her ankle, it's not flattering, it's cutting her leg off. It doesn't give the same extension as Myeon Idol in her Jimmy shoes that really extends the leg. So flattering, so feminine, whereas this is just like, you cut her leg off. You've literally gone, and we're seeing this on pretty much all of the members, and I don't understand why we've put the member who is clearly struggling to walk in heels in the highest, heaviest pair of heels. And that's no shade to the member. I'm not naming names. I'm not even going to put the clip of it in the video because I'm not that much of a dick. If I was a stylist and my client was trying on things and I could see that they couldn't walk in a shoe properly, I would not send them out in that shoe. It's just not logical to me. Like, it's not gonna look cute. Like, so I just don't understand it from the stylist perspective. It's not shade towards the member. Like, not everyone can walk in heels. So don't wear them, basically. Don't do it. Next out on the red carpet, we have ZEROBASEONE, and blink twice if you need help. Please just blink twice if you need help and I will be there. What the fuck's going on? What the fuck? This is not good. This is not good. This set of looks is so jarring. Please let me explain. ZEROBASEONE really need to stop with this black and navy blue color palette. They did it at the Fact Music Awards. I felt exactly the same as I feel now. And I know it's kind of contradicting the fact that I'm like, oh, I want to see more color on these K-pop red carpets. There's so much black and white. But blue and navy black is just not the color palette I want to see. It's not the color I want to see. I really strongly dislike the combination of navy blue and black. Unless it's like a rare circumstance. I believe like the boys or Treasure might have done it like a few seasons ago and I was just like, oh, I think it was the boys. But this, no. We're then getting the velvet jackets. Normally a velvet jacket doesn't really offend me, and in this case the velvet jackets don't offend me. It's the combination of the velvet with the faux fur. Why are these two textures coming together? It's so rogue. So rogue. And I think it looks even worse in the photos compared to the video footage of them on the red carpet, because you're getting the flashback from the velvet. So it's really like, ooh, velvet texture. Whereas on the video, even I should say, it's more subdued. Out of the faux fur looks, I honestly can't decide which one's worse. Like, I actually feel bad for the members that have had to put these fucking things on. Hanbin fought in from the right. I feel like his isn't that bad, as the faux fur scarf has been pinned over the shoulder, so you know it's not too jarring. The faux fur blazer on Hao in the middle, I can't tell if this is like a faux fur jacket worn over a blazer. It kind of looks like it. I don't know if it's one piece, but it's not great. It's not the worst. It's honestly a toss-up between Yuvin and Yoojin. Like, having to wear an eye patch on a red carpet is obviously not ideal. He's got a sty, something's gone wrong. We're not even going to go into that. I feel like at this point, just give him a pair of sunglasses. Let him have like a bad bitch like attitude moment on the carpet. Like, you know. The way they've wrapped the faux fur scarf around him into a sash It adds so much weird volume to him. You can see the jacket like poking out bizarrely, like it looked like it's pulling, like no, it's not cute. But then on Eugene, having this faux fur bolero jacket draped across the shoulders of your very classically cut tailored jacket, no, like who thought that looked good? Who said that looked good? Who finalized this outfit? Because it's questionable. It is horrible. I'm just gonna say it, no. It's then also the fact that this is a young group that debuted this year and we've put them in classic tailoring. We could go for a way more cool contemporary vibe. I've not watched any of their MVs, so I don't know how they're styled, but it's probably not like this. And they've tried to do a thing with a faux fur and it's just not worked. Like, you should be able to step back as a stylist and be like, okay, this is not working. Let's switch it up. I'm yet to see ZEROBASEONE have a good moment on the red carpet, and I know people fuck with ZEROBASEONE, so I just want them to have that moment, you know? Like, this doesn't come from a place of me being like, oh, shady bitch. It's like, I want them to look their best. Speaking of bad bitch moment, Monika. This was a serve. The strut out in the Balenciaga outfit to the red carpet, the sunglasses, the pants that go into the heels. The shape of these heels is beautiful, and then the drama of the red coat trailing to the floor. This is the power of color on a red carpet. She's only wearing a red coat and it's so much impact. So much impact. It's probably easier to use color, as you know, she's a solo coming onto the red carpet, but you could still use color in this way in a group and it would be so powerful because a lot of people aren't doing it. Obsessed, one of my favorite red carpet moments from the mama, just the strut out. She knows she's a bad bitch. This is the moment Gyuvin needed. Give him these sunglasses for his style, like, you know. Moving on to ATEEZ. ATEEZ usually give us a vibe that's very classic, or they blend a contemporary classic vibe, and that is what they're giving us here. It's the same kind of formula that we get a lot from ATEEZ, the slim cut trousers, the crop jackets, the coats to give us variation amongst the amongst the members. Oh, this congestion is getting to my brain. For me, this isn't their strongest red carpet look. I believe it was at the KBS or SBS, one of those song festivals last year where they had like the gingham, the brooches, like that's my favorite ATEEZ red carpet moment. This is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not that level. My standout though has to be Songhwa. Of course, the structure on the collar of that shirt, stunning, finished with the YSL brooch into the wide leg trousers. It's so chic, so cool. He looks beautiful. Like, how is that not the standout moment? Songhwa, yes, bitch. Our final look from day 2, we have SSERAFIM, and I was so looking forward to SSERAFIM on the red carpet. Like, last season, they slayed. They had a few moments where like it wasn't as great and it was a bit confusing, but this is odd. Yes, let's unpack. Chaewon, Kazuha, Sakura, Eunchae's dresses are all very pretty dresses that are incredibly flattering. Then we've put Yeonjin in this dress that isn't gonna flatter any woman. You do not add volume to a woman's hips like this ever. Ever. It's so insanely unflattering. And then you have the split and the drape going down to the floor in the front. Who finalized this dress for her? How can you put the 4 other members in looks that are so flattering and pretty and then put her in this dress that's giving like rogue wedding dress vibes? From here up, she looks so fucking beautiful, but The outfit, the slide is criminal. I don't know if she has a foot injury. If she does, I apologize. I take this comment back. I will accept the slide for your health and well-being. If you do not, if she does not, why the fuck have we got a slide on the red carpet? What is going on? On the flip side, Eunchae's look has to be my favorite. It's so sweet. It has this kind of 60s vibe to it from the updo of the bows, the shape of the dress. It's got this like jellyfish kind of silhouette. Like, can you imagine? It'd be like so like bouncy and cute and fun. Love the silhouette. You can see in the video of them on the red carpet that then she has a bow like cascading off of the shoulder. I don't feel like the dress needs the bow because of like the big flouncy bouncy silhouette, but it ties into the bows in her hair, so I'm not mad. And then like the sheer sock with the white shoe, it just finishes it off and it has this real 60s flair. The other members' shoes, I have qualms. We're getting this chunky, clunky ankle strap situation again, like the ankle strap on Chaewon, like it really cuts her leg off. The really strong square toe on Kazua's shoe. I think it's a cool shoe, but it's really structured with a very soft, feminine, like drapey dress, so it just is a bit bizarre. I do really like the sock and shoe on Sakura. I think it's a really beautiful sock, and if you took it away, it would take something away from the look. I'm just not sold on the fact it's an open toe shoe with a sock. Yeah. But it's an improvement from the Nike Sports sock and heels that we got last year that many of us were screaming about. Let's finish the video with our worst dress section. And my first worst dress, I'm really sorry, it has to be TXT. I really dislike these Dior looks. I've always disliked this partnership with them, and it's predominantly Yeonjun and Huening Kai's looks with like the flappy bit that folds down. I just don't understand it from a design perspective, and the color palette's jarring, the standing order doesn't help. It's just, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the back of this partnership and getting TXT's freedom back on the red carpet, because those boys have served and they deserve to serve. They don't deserve this. They really don't. I'm sure they're making a nice bit of bank from this partnership, but is it worth it? No. My other worst dress would have to be ZEROBASEONE. Just the combination of the velvet, the faux fur, how the faux fur has been used, it's not great. The combination of the black and the navy, like ZEROBASEONE, if you need someone to come help you out on the red carpet and give you some sick contemporary looks, hi, I'll come, I'll help you. Blink twice, remember. We may have wrapped up on the red carpet, but don't forget, if you want to see my performance reactions, you need to head on over to Stacked. And if you've not joined Stacked yet, you can join for free by clicking the link in the description box and plugging in your details. I really hope you've enjoyed today's red carpet review. It's going to be the first of many. End of year show season is off to a start. December's going to be busy. You're going to get a lot of content from me in December, so get ready. Thank you once again, Stacked, for sponsoring today's video, and thank you so much for watching. A massive thank you to everyone who is subscribed. You are incredible, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.